What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Will back again, here to do some pitcher projections. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, and we got a full slate of games, including the matchup of the day, Boston Red Sox versus the Toronto Blue Jays. You got Crochet versus Scherzer, should be a good one. Our top five pitcher Ks playing today. Coming in at number one, Garrett Crochet out in Boston with 249. Number two, Paul Skeens in Pittsburgh with 209. Number three, Dylan Cease in San Diego with 207. Number four, Hunter Brown in Houston with 201. And rounding out the top five, you got Max Fried with the Yankees with 182. Before we get into the review of yesterday's picks and projections, I'm going to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. There's a couple ways to get my picks. Join the Dub Club. Use code UNK, UNK. You get half off your first month and the YouTube executive tier. Link in the description. All right. So we were 18 for 26, 69%. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like. Pretty good on the projections. Let's look at some of the sellers. Pepio out the bat with 3. Cabrera hurt us with 3. Giolito with 3. Waldrop with the hook at 5. Horton didn't do much, only got 2. Patrick Corbin, the same, only got 2. Fott with 4 with the hook, and Springs also with the hook. Like I said, Cabrera killed the pick 6. My bad, guys. I wasn't able to rebet it. I don't know if you was. Let me know in the comments, but everything else hit. Those unders was nice. I knew Gill was not going over. Peterson, those were some proper fades. Reagan's with the over, and the safe ass was really safe. They barely got it, but you know what I mean? They pulled it out. Pick of the day. Same thing, like I said, Pepio, first game, couldn't do it. Got 3. So, yeah. So, but plays that did hit though was the safe play. Safe play, my Dub Club and YouTube executive tier. You should have cashed that one. And if you played all the unders, there were only 3. The unders hit. So good read on the unders. And yeah. So as of the day, we got Cade Horton out in Chicago. 3 innings pitched. What was that about? 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, just 2 Ks, and he let up a home run. Cade Horton, ass of the day. Our pitcher of the day, Gavin Williams from Cleveland. He went 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 12 Ks, and he let up a home run. He destroyed the Tigers. They claimed number 1 in the division. I think the Tigers are done. You witnessing a disaster in real time. Fucking Tigers, it's a shame. Anyway, Gavin Williams, pitcher of the day. All right, my pick of the day, I'm going with Tanner Bybee over against the Tigers. You see the thread here? Tanner Bybee. It's going to destroy him just like Gavin Williams did. And I got Stephen Kolek going over against the Angels. For the pick 6, I'm fading Tyler Wells. I don't see him getting 6 against Tampa. Skeens over against the Reds. Max Fried, safe as 5 against the White Sox. We fade in Scherzer against Boston. There's no way he gets 6. DeGrom, safe as 6 against Minnesota. And Sonny Gray should go over against the Giants. So let's get into it. The whys, the concerns. Let's start with Tanner Bybee. His line is at 6.5. The bookies, they on to the Tigers. They know, man. So as you see here, I got it on his last 5 games. His most recent game was against the Tigers Last week, he got 8 Ks. What were my concerns with Tanner Bybee? Let's check it out. It wasn't much. It was his walks. His earned runs are not too bad. Hits, not too bad. He's not really giving up home runs. He's a 6 inning guy. We love 6 inning guys. And he's given up a walk. He's given up at least one. He could give up two. So, like I said, we look at his earned runs, his last 5 games, it's nothing too crazy. Hits, like I said, nothing too crazy. Back in on that back end against Tampa, they got to him, but since then he seemed to correct it. Not really giving up home runs. He was streaking there for a second. Not really concerned. Pitch count, like I said, he's a 6 inning guy. He could go longer. And his walks, that is the concern. He's giving you at least one, like I said, can give you more. So we go back to the strikeouts. His line is at 6.5, and we go to the head-to-head. And they played each other a lot. And let's look at this year. It's only 2 games. And in both of those games, he got 8 Ks. I'm looking at his last 5. Got 10 against the White Sox, 8 against the Tigers again. And I'm looking at the head-to-head pitchers against the Tigers. And there's some red, but there's some green. And yeah, I'm basically going with the head-to-head here. He's going to destroy them just like Gavin Williams did last night. He's going to be in the game 6 innings. Like I said, they're trying to finish sweeping up this division. I like him to go over. Stephen Kolick over against the Angels. I can't believe his line was at 4.5, actually. Like, I was kind of like surprised. All right, we're already on his last 5. And as you see here, I see at least 3. I saw a 2 in there. What were my concerns with Kolick? Let's see. I really didn't have any. His earned runs, not too crazy. Hits, not really giving up home runs. He's a 6 inning guy, and he's only giving up one walk. As we look at his last 5 games, he just got 8 against Seattle. His earned runs, like I said, 1, 1.5. That's great. His hits, great. The peak here is 6. Other than that, you got 3, 4. That's great. Not really giving up home runs. His pitch count, he's a 6 inning guy or more. Like, what more could you ask for? Not really walking people. This is great, and I'm looking at his strikeouts last 5 games. And we go to the 4.5, and we go on the head-to-head. He has not faced them. But look at all this green. You see all this green, guys? Like, that shit, it's the Angels. And the one red there is 4. Stephen Kolick is way better than Bradley Blaylock. Man, this is the lock of the day. Stephen Kolick over. Confidence through the roof. All right, next up, let's talk about our pick 6. We got here, let's see. Let's bring this over here. Let's look at it on the screen. There it is. So we got Tyler Wells. We faded Tyler Wells. I'm kind of surprised his line was as high as it is. Like, I haven't really thought of Tyler Wells as, like that. So his line, 5.5. And as you see in his last 5 games, the only one time he went over was against Pittsburgh. What were my concerns with Tyler Wells? Let's check it out. He's streaking on the home runs. He's been giving up home runs. His hits, not slight concern, but his earned runs are low. Innings pitched are good, and he's not really walking people, but he has been streaking on the home runs. Let's check it out. On his last 5 games, like I said, his earned runs, it's nothing crazy. His hits, 4.5. That's a slight concern on his hits. And like I said, he's been giving up a home run every game the last 5. That's a major concern. So he's going to give up one today. He's a 5 inning guy. He could go 6. And his walks, not so much. But I look at his strikeouts, and his line is at 5.5. I just think that's too high personally. Um, he's only this is only his 4th game this season too, as well, right? And he's only pitched 3 games, right? 4 against the White Sox, 6 against Pittsburgh, 4 against San Diego. So, like I said, there's no head-to-head, but look at this. I see all this red, you know, that's a lot of red. And is Tyler Wells as good as Garrett Crochet, Kevin Gossman, Trey Yasavage, Shada Imanaga? I don't think so, bro. I don't see him getting 6. I don't. Where's Tampa? They're in the middle of the pack, strikeouts, but he's only pitched 3 games. This is his 4th one. I just don't see him getting 6. I don't. I do not. Now, Shada, well, let's see. All right, here we go. Head to head. Recent starting pitchers. Oh, I was going to say, is it Shada? No, it wasn't. It was Kremer, and he struggled to get that 4. I don't. Kremer is way better than Tyler Wells. I just don't see the 6. So they're saying Tyler Wells will get 6, but Kremer wouldn't. So that was my logic on Tyler Wells. All right. Next up, we got Paul Skeens going over um, against Cincinnati. Let's look up Skeens. Now, I already have it on the head to head. And as you see here, he's went over every time. Most of the games were last year, but he just recently faced him last month, and he went 6 innings, had 8 Ks, no earned runs, 7 hits, and he did not give up a walk. He had a great game. What were my concerns with Schemes? I really didn't have any. His earned runs are great. 4 hits, 3-4 is about average. He's not really giving up home runs. He's a 5 inning plus guy, and he's not really walking people. He's just giving up one. So let's go to his last 5 games. Look at that, 6, 8, 8, 6, 7. What about his earned runs? They're non-existent. Not his last game, he had 3, but he was facing the Cubs. Same thing for the hits. You got 2 blips, Boston, Chicago. Cincinnati as good as those guys? I don't think so. It's not really giving up home runs. Like I said, Boston and Chicago are good teams, and they got to them. Good teams will get to good pitchers. Um, so yeah, his pitch count is 5 innings. I see some 6s, I see some 7s, but this 3.7, I didn't like that one on his last one. And his walks, like I said, that last game was bad. It's averaging about giving you a walk. So I go back to the strikeouts. It's on 6.5. I go head to head, and I'm looking. There's a lot of red there against Cincinnati, but when you look at the green, you got Johan Oviedo, Colin Ray, Nick Pavetta, Yu Darvish, Brandon Sproat. And I'm looking at some of the red, right? And I see a lot of sixes in the red. I see a lot of sixes. Skeens is better than those guys. And his head-to-head backs it up. So Skeens over. He'll get at least 7. And that's my logic on Skeens. Next up, we got Fried with the safe ass 5 against the White Sox. I wanted to go over, but I don't know, man. The White Sox are scary. All right. Line 5.5. He has not faced them. We already got it on head to head. And I see a lot of red. In the red, I see a lot of 4s. In the green, I see Dylan Cease, Kyle Bradish, Tanner Bybee, Adrian Hauser, Tarek Skubal. Is Max Fried as good as those guys? He's right behind him on that lower end tier. I would say, yeah, right behind him. If not, what were my concerns with Fried? Let's check him out. It's his hits and walks. Those are a concern. He's not really giving up home runs, and he's a 6 inning guy. His earned runs are also low. So let's look at his last 5. And as you see, he just got 13 against Baltimore. That was wild. But we look at his earned runs, nothing too crazy, you know? But we look at his hits, and then that's the problem, right? Last game he got it corrected, but I see this 9-6, 4-4. 4 is all right, but the 9 and a 6, yeah. So his hits could be a concern. Home runs, not so much. Pitch count, he's going 6 innings plus. You see them 7s in there. We love that. Um, and he's just like I said, he's giving up a walk. He could give up 2. So we go back to the strikeouts. His line is at 5.5. And like I said, no head to head, but I see 4s here and in the green, So I look at his last 5. I put it on at least 5, and he should get it. I look at his last 10. He should get at least 5. Where is Chicago on the strikeouts? They ranked 14th in the last month. He should be able to do it. The Yankees are riding high. They just clinched the playoff spot. You know what I mean? So they're not about to shit the bed. They're about to turn it up now. Pitchers are now about to give it their all. It's playoff time, or at least the ones that's in playoff contention. They about to just let it all hang out. You know what I mean? Max Fry, safe fast 5. All of them except for Scherzer. Scherzer is just trash. I don't like him. And I can't believe his line is at 5.5. So let's check it out. Max Scherzer. We look at his last 10. Let's put it on over 5.5. And he did it twice. I see a lot of 5s in there. I see some 3s, 4s, 1s, and 2s. We look at his last 5 games. He did it against the Yankees. That's no surprise. Division rival. Um, what were my concerns with Scherzer? Let's see. They were everything. Everything is a concern. Earned runs, hits. He's giving up home runs. He's only pitching 4 innings. He's walking at least 1, maybe 2 guys. Like, pack him up, bro. And I'm going to show you in these last 5 games, this has been trash. Earned runs. Look at this. 4, 4, 4, 2, 7. Come on. All right. Hits 4, 9, 3, 4, 7. Like, he's all over the place. Streaking with home runs. 2, 2, 1, 2. Come on. Pitch count. He's only in the game 4 innings. I see 1-5, 1-6. Like, he's not. No, no. And he's giving up at least 1 walk. Come on, man. Back to the strikeouts. His line is at 5.5. He's facing Boston, right? We look at recent starting pitchers. Do we see lots of green? No, we don't. But Gossman just did it. Joe Boyle just did it. Max Fry did it a while ago. Jeffrey Springs. But let's look at Boston. Boston on the lower end of the strikeouts. They at 18. They don't really strike out much. Boston, I want to say, is still fighting for a playoff spot. I don't know what their situation is, but based on the last five of Scherzer, I just don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, he got five against Baltimore and five against Minnesota, but this is Boston. Let's look at his last 10. Like, yeah, I just don't see it. He might get five, bro. He might get four or five. I just don't see the six. I don't. And I'm fading Scherzer. All these concerns here. Boston about to light his ass up. At least that's what I think. So I'm fading Scherzer. I don't see him getting six. DeGrom, safe at six against the Twins. Let's look him up. His line is at 6.5. There's no head-to-head here. What were my concerns with DeGrom? Let's see. DeGrom. They were his earned runs, and he's been giving up home runs lately. Streaking, giving up more than one. As we look at his last five games, he's giving you, it looked like at least six. He shit the bed against the Mets with two. Earned runs. Look at that. That's nasty. 5.33. We don't like that. We look at his hits. 4.56. It's trending bad. And like I said, these home runs, at least one, maybe two. Like, that's not good. Pitch count. He's a 5 inning guy, though. 5 innings. And he's giving up a walk, right? So the earned runs and them home runs definitely a concern. But if I put it on at least six and I'm looking at his last 10, it's like he'll give you at least five, right? So I go to the head-to-head. There's no head-to-head, but I see more red than green. But when I look at the green, I see Logan Allen, Slade Sassoni, Parker Messick, Cam Schlittler, Kyle Hendricks, Caden Dana, and is Jacob DeGrom as good as those guys? Yes, he is. You know what I mean? Um, so I look at that in Minnesota right there, middle of the pack, 13 in strikeouts. Look at his last 5, 10. And I'm like, yeah, he can get the six, bro. I like DeGrom for six. Safe as six, Jacob DeGrom. All right. And last but not least here, we're going to go with Sonny Gray over against the Giants. Let's go to my concerns. Before we look up Sonny Gray, I'll let you know what were my concerns with Sonny Gray. His earned runs, hits, and walks. The crazy thing is he's not really giving up home runs, and he's a 5 inning plus guy. So let's look up Sonny Gray. There he is. Sonny Gray, his line is at 5.5. And as you see here, his last 10, you see at least five. I'm like, whew, wow, that looks good, Damn, Sonny Gray. So it's like, damn, even though with all of this, he's still getting, yeah. So I look here and I show you, you know, earned runs is crazy, you know. Um, his hits, yeah, crazy, bro. He's not really giving up home runs. That's why I was like, damn, like all of this nastiness, bro, and he's not really giving up home runs. And he's like in the game for 5 innings or plus, five and a half. That's good. His walk situation is crazy. He didn't give up any the last game, which is good, but you see the potential here. So I go back to strikeouts. And like I said, he's been lights out the last 10. No, regardless of whatever my concerns are, bro, he's giving you at least five. So I say, all right, let's go to the head to head, right? So we click on over, we get on head to head. And he did it, right? Both times. Once last year, and his most recent was earlier this month. He went 5 innings, got 6 Ks, 3 earned runs, 2 hits. He didn't let up a home run, but I told you, the walks concern, and he had 4 of them in. So I also look at recent starting pitchers, and there's more green than red. In the red, I see threes and fours. So his head to head looks good. His last 5 and 10 looks good. I do have concerns, but Sonny Gray is going over. So there we go. I got Sonny Gray going over against San Fran. And there you have it. Odds are 1,299 odds. Um, yeah. So it's the last week of the season. The games are dwindling down. We'll see what happens today. But if you made it this far, drop a like, comment, let me know what you plan, what you like, what you don't like. And good luck. Let's get this money.